from the freezer, I think. Ah, yes. Here we go. Oh, look, darlings, it's the good stuff. It's the good stuff. Here we are again, happy as can be. Oh, good pearls and jolly good company. Good evening, darling. What are you doing down there? You're not. And why is there only one? Well, oh, there's another one here. Oh, you're not supposed to be there at all. Go on, be gone with you. When you can't trust your own footwork. Now, there's a reason those are there, and I'll tell you all about it, and I'll tell you all about my day. But firstly, good evening and a very warm welcome to Wednesday Night Live. And I'm delighted that you could join me once again here at Windy Bottom, my humble little centuries-old cottage perched up on top of the moors in the Peak District National Park. And over the space of the next hour, we've got all of the usual nonsense, Hedgehog of Truth, Companion, Sean's box that's going to get pounded, community portable electric telephonic device for your voice notes, and another present from Skick, which, oh, well, God only knows. We'll find out all about that in a moment. Now then, slurp of drink, your comments, blah, blah, blah. I've got loads to talk about tonight, and I'm sure you have too. So let's crack on with it, shall we? Cheers, your very good health, bottoms up yours, and above all, and I mean this with love, sincerity, and gratitude in my heart. Get stuffed. How amazing does that look? How amazing does that look? Richard, thank you again. Other things have gone on walls today as well, darlings. I've got loads to tell you. Right, let me have this. Oh, God, that's utterly fantastic. Oh, first cab off the oh. First cab off the rank tonight was Jimmy Quinn, good evening, Boaty and all, followed by Carol C. Hello, Boaty and all the bugs. Hump day. I hope it's been a good one for you. A good day for me, for a little on the chilly side. A lot on the bleeding chilly side. So lovely Richard, Paulie Galtieri, good evening, Boaty and everyone. Hope you've all had a good day. Stu joins us. The rest will be here after the bell tolls, he says. He then says something else that I'm not going to read out. Shelley Denise is with us and says, good evening, guys. He's had a massage. And that's not all he's had, apparently. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Anyway, Andrew Buttigieg joins us. Greet everyone by name. The lovely Irish Spotty Botty. Peter P is here. Good evening, Boaty and the Boglingos. Jolly good evening to you, Peter P. Genius that you are. Who else we got? Oh, Trisha Alderman, the lovely Trisha Alderman. This gift, oh, thank you, Skick. This little gift has not been sent for humour. It's me saying to you both, no matter what life throws at you, everything will be fine. Oh, bless you. Oh, well, should we open it now then? Rather than keep each other in suspenders, as now we know that it's... Ah. Ooh, what have we got here? What have we got here? Oh, I like that. I really like that. Skip, thank you. I really like this. It's good size as well, isn't it? That'll actually fit me. I really like that. Thank you, Skick. I really, really appreciate that. It is a good size, isn't it? What size is that? I prefer things that are too big rather than too small. So I'm not worried about that, but that is it. Oh, oh, that is going to be, oh, that's one of my new absolute favourites. I absolutely love that. Thank you, Skick. That's really kind and thoughtful of you. And I really do appreciate it. Ah, oh, that's a lovely way to start, isn't it? So we've said hello to Tricia and the lovely Paul. Uh, who doesn't like unboxing? Asks Stu. It looks great, Boaty, says Richard. I'm delighted and truly happy you like it. Talking about my Boaty's World sign, that I adore it. And everybody who's seen it has said, oh, that is fantastic. I'm so chuffed with that. And every time I walk in, of course, when I'm coming down in the morning or coming in from work or whatever, it's right there. I see it. And it gives me a little Jimmy Tuppence, a little happy, warm feeling. Oh, Skick, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, Steve McDonald joins us. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Steve. That's a fine T-shirt, says Richard, and it's a great sentiment too. I agree. Oh, nice one, says Stu. Wasn't that nice, says Shelley. Nice one, Skick, says Peter. Pete. Yeah, I genuinely. Let's have another look at it because I genuinely like this and very appetite for the time. And I have got things to talk about, and I'm glad I've caught up with the comments because that's going to be ace, isn't it? That is going to be ace. I love that. And that's going to be my attitude from now on. Right. What do we talk about? A couple of things to mention. Now then, something that's going on right at the moment with me that I thought I'd talk about. I was chatting with a chum the other day, morning, night, whenever it was, I can't remember. And they said, do you know what your problem is, fuckface? You're stuck in a rut. You get up, you go to work, you come home, you have a drink, you go to bed, you get up, you get, and I thought, nah, that's not right. That's not right. This is the year I've jerked myself out of the rut a bit. I've been doing different things on Mondays. I've been climbing up things. I've been going to places. I've been leaping into the sea. I've been doing lunches, this, that, and the other. I thought, no, I'm not having that. That's totally wrong. Totally wrong. But then, whether it's because of that or something else, the last couple of nights that I've gone to work to the restaurant, and you know I love it there, and you know I love them, and you know they like my family. And especially tonight, and I actually said it tonight. I said I'm bored. Oh, just the same journey every night, coming to the same place, doing the same thing. People come, they eat, they make a mess. We change the tablecloth, change the napkins, and it. And I thought maybe I am in a rut, and I am. I'm bored, and I think that's why I was fixating on the Airbnbs because it was something different. It was a change. It was a challenge. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the restaurant. I love being there. Obviously, I love the people there. Of course, I love them. They're my family. But yeah, I'm a bit bored, and yeah, fixating on the Airbnbs because they just were going to be something a bit different. And I think I need something a bit different. This isn't the last chapter. Oh, my friend also said, look, you're not old, you're 54. You've got time to change things. You've got time to make a difference, to do this, to do whatever. And I thought that's probably true as well, you know. And maybe that's what the Airbnb thing was, or the hotel thing. And it's really frustrating that it hasn't come along. And now I'm just bored and in a rut. And I want something different. Now, Airbnb news, or non news, really. Shirkers Lodge news anyway, or non-news. The landlord communicated with us today via his portable electric device, and said the rent doesn't seem to have been paid this month. And we said, yeah, the skip doesn't seem to have been removed this month or this year. There still appears to be a load of shit in the yard that we pay for and haven't been able to use for 8 months. And this, that, and the other. Don't worry about the rent. It's quite safe and it'll be there when you get everything shifted and sorted. You know, the worm turns eventually, doesn't it? Now, that wasn't me saying that. That was Ram finally growing a pair. And I told them, I said, stop paying the rent. Stop paying the rent. Force him into some sort of action. So actually, the landlord rang Bishnu first and asking about the rent. And Bishnu said, oh, ask Ram. So then he rang Ram. I've told them both what to say. And but Ram did it. Ram stood up, and then the landlord said, "Right, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Don't worry about the skip and the mess. It's all going to be sorted. The builders are back from Pakistan, and they're going to be there next week. Right, now you can start laughing." But I did find out another little bit of information. Now, one of you guys suggested it. I can't remember who it was. But it was something I'd already planned, that the good thing that could come out of this would be that the young landlord would be so nicked off with the whole thing and not wanting to throw any more money at it and blah blah blah, that he would finally just sell us the building. Right. Apparently, that's not going to happen, and I found out the reason why. I didn't know this. This was genuinely new information that I picked up today. Now, Naz, the owner, the father of the young landlord, my friend, the man that I cared for towards the end of his life, he told his son, maybe not literally on his deathbed, but close to it, don't sell that. My heart is there. Do not sell it. So, excuse me. So there you go. That is the update. Yeah, the builders are going to be back next week and everything's going to be fine. Yeah, of course they are. And yeah, of course it will. Yeah. And in other news, as soon as that happens next week, we'll pay the rent. There you go. But yeah, going back to the inner rut and bored thing, maybe I need to do something mad. Maybe I need to do a proper midlife crisis thing. Maybe I need to do a Sean and just give everything up, move home, go to Wales, move home to Wales and start a complete new chapter in my life. Do something really, really wild. Or move to Malta. Well, not Malta. Malta's a shithole these days. Gozo. No, Wales. Wales. That would be the move. I always said that my last move would be home to Wales. Oh, we've got a voice note. How splendidly exciting. So, yeah, maybe I need to do something huge and exciting and different and jerk myself out of this rut that I've inadvertently ended up in. I need something different to happen. An Airbnb, a hotel, a new restaurant. Oh God, tonight it's gone cold again and that doesn't help. And I just thought, oh, the same old, the same journey, the same place, the same, oh God. And yeah, I want something fresh and new and exciting and different. So maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should give up everything here, give up my home, my job, and move into one of my cars and go and live in Wales and try and get a job and a home there. Just something different. Oh dear. Right, where did I get to with the old comments? Somewhere around here, wasn't it? Oh yeah, people saying nice one, Skicks. There we are. Uh, Evening team, says Mystic Hair. Good evening to you. Simone joins us. Hello, Simone. Hooked on classics, of course. And Simone has been editing. Airbnb's got a bad reputation these days, says Stu. Has it? Well, there are other sites are available, aren't they? I mean, there's the one I keep seeing on YouTube now, advertising on every channel, including mine. What's it called? Verbo, VRBO, Verbo. There are, I use Airbnb as a generic term. Obviously, you wouldn't limit yourself to Airbnb. You'd get yourself on everything else as well. So Verbo, Booking.com, lastminute.com, all of that kind of thing. You get yourself on everything. I was just using Airbnb as a generic term. Your own marketing, of course, via social media or a website. But yeah, something different would be good. Maybe I should just give everything up. And Skip keeps telling me I could do it. So maybe I should give everything up and try and become a full-time YouTubist. Probably starve to death or freeze to death, but at least it would be something different, wouldn't it? Uh, Simone's watching a movie, so she can't stay. The builders are back in town. Yeah, yeah. No, they're not. No, they won't be here next week. Midwest Mimi joins us. Hello, Boaty and friends. Hello to you, my lovely friend. Richard says, Boaty, also, we are genuinely living in a world that has had little or no optimism or that feel good factor. We had it in the 80s and 90s. It's just literally a grey cloud over everything now. Well, there's some truth in that, isn't there? Oh, Josh joins us. Good to be here, he says, and he's earlier than normal, so that's good. Sarah Parsons is with us. How lovely. Hello, Sarah. Uh, yeah. I knew I knew the jerk jokes would come in. Oh, dear. In my experience, says Midwest Mimi, and she, uh, uh, those big, fresh new moves are excellent for changing perspective and mindset. But if you can keep your home to go back to when you're ready, it's far nicer. That's true. What about the family opening another restaurant in your favourite part of Wales, providing you with a modest home and manager of the new restaurant? Asked Richard. We wouldn't get any staff. We wouldn't get any staff because they all live in Nottingham. They, I don't know why. I mean, they come from a beautiful wild country um, with mountains, and they live, and most of them come from rural areas rather than a town or a city. But for some reason in the UK, they all clump together in the in cities. I mean, my lot, they all live in Nottingham. I don't understand it. Rich, successful millionaires, and they live in nice houses if you like those sort of houses. I mean, when I went to Bish's house the first time, his wife was obviously so proud. I mean, it's a lovely house. It's whatever it is, 6 bedroom, detached, double garage, massive garden, blah blah blah. I don't know. I suppose it's like I don't know. It's probably 750,000 quid's worth of house, but it's boring. It's boring. It's in the middle of a city, which is always shit to begin with. Um, and it's just a modern, bland, boring, characterless house. It might be in a posh little residential area, and it might be well detached. But the point is that all the other houses in that cul-de-sac or whatever, they're all the same, and that's boring. And I don't understand why they would want to live there. If I to begin with, sure, But if I worked my arse off and had a shed load of money sitting in the bank, I wouldn't be living in the middle of Nottingham. I'd be living somewhere like here, somewhere beautiful, in a big old farmhouse. And I'd be living the life that they used to live in Nepal with their animals and their crops and whatnot. Why do they all want to live in Nottingham? I don't get it. But yeah, so nobody would go to Wales. So I wouldn't have any staff. Ben had some ideas you could try out, says Peter P, somewhat cheekily. You could become a monk, Boaty, says Mystic Air. Well, that would be appropriate given that this little row of cottages used to belong to the monastery that was just there, perched on top of the hill when there was nothing else here before the village existed. Can't read that one out. And I certainly can't read that one out. Right, let's have a voice note, shall we? And then I'll tell you what I've been up to today, just in case you might be interested. And the voice note is from our lovely Simone. Oh, we've got two actually. We've been spoiled. Here you go. The next voice that you hear will be Simone's.
Boaty, dear chap,
Yes.
pound that box as if one day you found a squirrel in your pants. And you felt sorry for this little squirrel because he had nowhere else to go. And you didn't want to see him end up in a stew or a curry. So you kept him there.
Yeah.
And one day he bit your tinkle and shat on you. So you broke his neck, fried him under the grill, and stuck him in a sandwich.
No, just no.
Almost forgot his name was Sid.
Oh, no. That started so nicely. Right, we've got history with that. I'm sure I've told you before. I will pound the box. One Sean's box, £1. One slightly vigorous pounding. 3, 2, 1. Pounded. Boom. Wallop. Bosh. We were doing the school run in Matlock Bath, me and my boo, and the school run was we usually walked. If we were out doing something, then yeah, maybe in the car, but normally we would walk, and we normally did it together because we were one of those really annoying couples that loved doing everything together. Yeah, we didn't particularly like being apart, and the school run was lovely because the school was lovely, and it was yeah. So we were doing the school run. We were picking Little Miss up from Matlock Bath Primary School, and Boo was like Dr. Doolittle. Animals just had a total thing for her, and not just pets, but wild animals. She could do things that you shouldn't be able to do. Like we had a slow worm in our garden. Now, if you try and grab hold of a slow worm, then it will shed its tail and scarper, and no harm will come to it. It'll grow another one, that sort of thing. But when we had our first slow worm, look on Facebook, there are pictures. It was perfectly happy with Boo picking it up and fondling it and stroking it, and she just had this affinity with animals, and animals automatically trusted her. So one day we're doing the school run one afternoon, picking Little Miss up, and while we're and the if you know Matlock Bath, then you'll know that on the non-river side of the road of the the A6, the main road, the parade, then you'll know that a forest backs right the way down, and so the school is sort of set slightly up and back from the bed of the river valley thing, and there are trees around, and we're standing there just waiting for the doors to open and whatnot, and a baby squirrel just appeared from nowhere, ran up Boo's leg, ran up her torso, and settled into the side of her neck. And over the space of the next 5 or 10 minutes, Boo, was trying to get it back to, and the squirrel just wouldn't go, no matter what, the little baby squirrel. So no matter what she tried, the squirrel just wouldn't go. And Boo said, I think I think something must have happened to its mother, and it wants me to be its mother because it genuinely wouldn't go. So the squirrel came home with us, just nestled all the while in with Boo, wouldn't leave her, wouldn't leave her. So that was it. We had a pet squirrel, and Boo raised it. And God, it was a sad day actually when I can't remember how long it was, but there came a point where, as children do, they leave home, don't they? But yeah, Boo raised that squirrel. She just became a squirrel mum. So Simone, I didn't like the end of that story. This wasn't a vicious little git stew. It was lovely. It was lovely. It was oh God. We had the things we had there at the cabbage patch. Um, Animals just made a beeline for us. We ended up with half the oh God. The day that we moved in there was a lady who lived up the little private lane who had quite a lot of cats. And the day that we moved in there, the day that we moved into the cabbage patch, a cat moved in as well. Gave us no choice in the matter. And we were kind of freaking out a bit because we thought, well, this cat belongs to somebody. Well, and we found out who it belonged to and had a word and whatnot. But the cat just wouldn't go home. If the cat was taken home to where it lived, it would just end up coming back to our place as soon as it had the opportunity. So from day one, we had a cat that we didn't have. I called it Cooking Fat. Proper name was Daisy, or Boo called her Poos, Daisy Poos, or just Poos. So that was day one. We had a cat, the cat that we didn't have, who, as cats do, just took over the home. And then there was just an endless procession of animals. We ended up with I don't know how cats communicate, but two other cats from the same house followed suit and came to and oh God, and they used to fight a bit because each of the I think each of the cats that came to live with us wanted to be the only cat that came to live with us, and they didn't like the fact that other cats from the same family came to live, and then two other cats came from elsewhere as well. Oh God, it was, and that's without all of the wild animals, the squirrels, the slow worms, the snakes, the frogs, the newts. Oh God, the newts. Oh dear. Oh, I forgot about Hubnut's cat. Yeah, what happened to Hubnut's cat? Anyway, so on to today. I hope you've had a lovely day, darlings. Do tell me about it and do share your day with the community. And if nothing else, do tell us what you've been eating because we always need to know about that. Now, I did something today that I've been putting off for a while because you know how much I hate doing this. I hate doing it. I went into town and I was forced to do it because the time had come when I needed new work shoes. Here they are, darlings, brand new today. Yes, it's not that long since I bought the last ones, but we've had this conversation. I buy cheap shoes for work because they're going to get ruined anyway and they don't last very long. Now, the problem what is I walk a lot. At work, I'm on my feet a lot, blah, blah, blah. Hobnut's cat stayed with his wife. Oh, very sensible. Very sensible. So, and what had happened with the old shoes is this sole, cheap rubber sole, it gets worn down really quite quickly within a month to 2 months. And, there's just nothing there. There's nothing. Um, and then you end up with your feet in agony because you're effectively walking in bare feet. So I desperately needed new work shoes. I've been putting it off. Uh, I last week I nicked a pair of insoles from a pair of my good shoes to try and make them bearable. But today I thought, no, enough is enough. Oh, well, first things first this morning is I tried to make an appointment with the GP to obviously get all this checked out. And people had told me this is how it worked with them. I don't go to the doctors. I don't know how things work. So I rang up to make an appointment. The first time they could get me in was the 28th of April. But they said if it's urgent, you just ring up at 8 o'clock in the morning and, we'll get you in that day. And I said, well, I don't think it's same day urgent, but it's more urgent than 28th of April. So I'll ring back. So I've got to ring back tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Um, and and get that sorted. So but then I thought, right, bite the bullet, go into town. I hate doing it. But as it happens, I didn't hate it so much today. So I went into town. And the first thing I did was I went into the Salvation Army charity shop, the big one where I got my piano stool last year, remember? And I had a good old look around there. Now, I've got a project in mind for either the end of this month or the beginning of next month. I'm not going to tell you about it until I kind of start doing it. But I've got a project lurking at the back of the old mind here. And so I was kind of half looking for stuff associated with that and just having a mooch and whatnot. But I found, right, in my bathroom, I bought that. That when I did charity shops last year, charity, there's a lot of good work for charity, doesn't like to talk about it. I bought some pictures, artwork, whatever you want to call it. And I bought that canvas because I thought it looked like Llandudno. Llandudno. Bugger off. You can write Llandudno. I don't say that. I say sl. That's not fl. Sl. Llandudno. Whatever. So I bought that canvas that I thought looked a bit like Llandudno. You remember? And I put it in the bathroom, and the bathroom was boring and featureless, and I liked it being there. And we found out that it wasn't Llandudno at all. Somebody told me that it was, where was it? Was it called Clayster? Something like that. It's on the East Coast. And one of these Mondays, I am going to go there and find where that photograph was taken. Anyway, in the charity shop today, for the princely sum of £2, I've bought a big old canvas. Have I got? Oh, you might not see this. I bought a big old canvas of the end of a pier that looks like it could be the end of Llandudno Pier. It's the right colour for Llandudno Pier. Nothing else is right. It's just the right colour. And that's also the right colour for my bathroom. And it was £2. So I bought it. Now, have I got it? All right, you might not see this. Well, I'll show you in case you can see it. So if you can see this, you'll see the one that was already there. And now the end of the pier one that I bought today that's been added to it. Can you see that? See, I can't see what you're seeing, so can I see behind it? Oh, there you go. Let me play it for you. Where's play? So there you go. So I thought that was all right for £2, wasn't it? And I'm going to burp. Excuse me. So that, yeah, and I had a nice mooch around the charity shop, and charity, and I saw some bits that might work for the project, just to give me some ideas. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. It's something else for my bathroom, and I had thought another canvas for my bathroom would be nice because it was really boring and bland. So that was good. And then I went and bought my work shoes. So that was a job well done. And I've shown you them, so no need to show you those again. And then I thought, I'm on a roll here. And then I went to Home Bargains. Oh, and the things you can buy in Home Bargains. So what did I buy in Home Bargains? Hang on. Right. I've needed new slippers. My slippers are knackered. I've needed new slippers for about 3 years. So I bought some slippers. Not the type I wanted. I really wanted the type like the ones that are now knackered, and they're like the booty type slippers. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, they're seriously knackered. Mrs. Boaty bought me those. The artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty, and so that must have been like 10 years ago. So and they were just there. They were in Home Bargains. They were dead cheap. So I thought, well, there you go. So I've got a new pair of slippers. Now, what else did I buy from Home Bargains? I'm trying to remember now. Home Bargains is a great place to buy these. Look at those. Guindia peppers. Absolutely fantastic. And what do you eat those with, darlings? What do these go best with? That's correct. Doner kebab. No idea what this stuff is like, but we're going to find out. And we're going to find out quite soon, because lunch tomorrow, darling. Lunch tomorrow. I haven't had a kebab for ages. So, we've got the kebab, mate. We've got the pickled guindia chili peppers. Then I went to Sainsbury's tonight, because I had to go for some stuff for work anyway. And Sainsbury's provided white pita breads. Ah, yes. And then work provided salady walady. Look, that's from work. Because the problem with buying salad when you're somebody living alone is you never You could eat salad 3 times a day, and it would still go off before you could eat it all. So it's quite used. We any order over 20 quid, they get a pickle set and some salad. So I personalise one of them, get rid of the bits I don't like, and that's how I do my salad, darlings. So for lunch tomorrow, we's gonna have a kebab. How cool is that? Now, what else did I buy from Home Bargains? Christ, I can't remember now. Was there anything? Oh, yeah. All-purpose glue. Useful stuff to have about. Anything else? Maybe that was it. Kebab meat, glue, slippers. Chilies. That might have been it, actually. That might have been it. There were other things I was tempted to buy. No, I think that was it. But anyway, the point was I went into town and it was quite enjoyable. And then by the time all that got done, it was almost the Chinese dentist. It was almost 2:30. And I was thinking, right, lunch. So I thought, well, I've been brave. I've gone into town. Let's have a treat. So I'd had an offer come through on the app thing. And so I went to McDonald's, darlings. I went to McDonald's and I got a Big Mac, which I customized. No cheese, because cheese is wrong on every level, and extra pickles. And I got a McDonald's and I got a Big Mac and fries on this offer thing for £2.99. And so I got that from the one down at West Bars, the one that's kind of nearest here. And I just brought it here. You don't get a drink with that. It's just a Big Mac and fries. But I had a bottle of Pepsi Max from the sandwich deal that I bought when I was in Llandudno the last time, I think. So I had a McDonald's for lunch. I had Big Mac, fries, and barbecue sauce. And when I asked for barbecue sauce, they gave me 2. So I've got a spare one. And I got a receipt and there's a code there. And if you do the survey and put the code in, then you get a voucher for another Big Mac and fries for £2.99. So the next time I do a road trip or have to go into town or something like that, I can have a £2.99 McDonald's. How cool is that? Right, let's get back to your comments, shall we? Oh, that's right. Hubnut's cat. That's where we were. Emma could recommend you some nice Dr. Martens. Yeah, no, thank you. Face it, this Airbnb is a dead horse. I faced that as soon as I made that video, Stu. But there are the other two, aren't there? That looks like every other pier I've ever been on, says Mystic Air. Yeah, I know, but it looks a little bit like Slander. It was £2, and it's something to put on the wall in the bathroom. Boaty, it looks like Great Yarmouth seafront, says Jimmy Quinn. The jetty was pulled down about 20 years ago. Girls wearing Ugg boots just don't get it. Is there a problem with Emma's YouTube? Asks Skick. Well, you'd be better off asking Emma, wouldn't you? It's well, it's not for me to talk about Emma's YouTube channel. You must ask her. Nice staff in Home Bargain, says Mr. Care. I love Southend, says Steve McDonald. Off to see a comedian there this weekend. And I used to cruise along the front in the 80s. I like to chow down on a kebab, says Mr. Care. The staff in Home Bargains have to nurture a certain Vietnam vibe, says Stu. Hot chili sauce, says Steve McDonald. No, I don't do the hot chili sauce. I do these instead. I like plenty of these with a kebab, and no sauce is my preference. I'm quite looking forward to that. And because you think about it, it's not like it's an unhealthy lunch. Because all I'm going to do, right, a pita bread, nothing wrong with that, is there? I mean, it's unleavened bread. It's as healthy as bread is ever going to be, really, isn't it? Then you got a shed load of salad. Well, what's healthier than salad? Okay, that kebab meat is probably not the healthiest thing in the world, but it's not like I'm going to have a massive thing. I'm just going to have a few pieces of that meat with loads and loads of salad, just enough to stuff into a pita bread. So that's not going to do too much harm. And some chilies. Well, I reckon that's a healthy lunch. That's just like a healthy version of a sandwich, isn't it? But healthier because you're not using bread with all of this salt and sugar in it. You're using pita bread. I reckon I can justify that. Not like getting a dirty kebab from the chip shop where you've got half a ton of kebab meat. I'm only going to put a tiny little bit in. Loads of salad, fresh chili peppers. Ah, I reckon that's a winner. Richard says, I do like a nice doner and shish kebab with mint and chili sauce. Oh, well, you talk about shish kebab or sheep kebab. And freshly made tonight, darlings. Shaped with my own two hands. There you go. So they've got 4 to 5 days in them. So that'll be a lunch. Not tomorrow. I'm having the doner kebab tomorrow. But there'll be a lunch with some salad. I don't know. Friday. Oh! Friday, Saturday, something like that. Who knows when? I love a kebab too, says Stu. Panicos in Chorlton-cum-Hardy. I like B&M, says Skig. I don't so much. I almost went in there today, but then I didn't. Poundland's gone bust, says Skig, has it? I get my firewood from S&M, says Mr. Care. And they sell scampi fries. Yes, they do. They do. But they were £1.69 for a 6-pack with 3 scampi fries, 3 bacon fries. And I was tempted, but then I thought, no. Because I'm not that keen on the bacon fries. But yeah, that is the place to buy to buy scampi fries. Le Big Mac. Heron Foods is also good, says Richard. You can pick up very expensive brands and niche foods for very little money if you know what to look out for. I've never heard of Heron Foods, to be honest. Mr. Care had a double cheeseburger today and it was bloody marvellous. Well, I'm glad it was bloody marvellous. You deserve nothing less than a bloody marvellous double cheeseburger. Steve says, got a Heron Foods in Stretford Arndale, but it's just so depressing a place to go. Skick says, Heron Foods, go there for my Parsons cockles. Love the vinegar. Boaty money saving on McDonald's. I should let you be my financial advisor, says Jimmy Quinn. Pita bread with peanut butter is my go-to boozing nibble, says Mystic Hair. It's been proved by kebab connoisseurs that kebabs are healthy, says Stu. Yep, bacon fries suck, says Mystic Hair. Oh, there we are, darlings. Heron Foods is kind of nice. I'm keen to learn about Heron Foods now. I don't know anything about it. Oh, other stuff I bought in Sainsbury's. Well, this is my little indulgence. This is my favourite bread at the moment. It's expensive, and this wasn't on offer, but that is my go-to bread for my morning toast at the moment. I'm very fond of this. It's kind of the closest thing that I've found so far to the homemade bread that my grandmother used to make, which was just the best thing in the world. Let's have another look at this, shall we? 'Cause it's been almost an hour. What else did I buy at St. Bob's? Oh, wine. I bought wine, didn't I? I love this. Thank you again, Skick. Thank you again, Skick. And thank you again, Richard, for that, which is going to give me pleasure literally for the rest of my life. Richard says there's a Heron Foods in Duke Street, Staveley, Chesterfield. Oh, Staveley. Staveley isn't somewhere I would go out of choice, to be honest. Sorry if that makes me sound like a snob. Oh, there's a pier train, is there? The kebab meat I skick, is it lamb? I don't know. Let's have a look, shall we? I mean, whatever it's supposed to be, it's going to be ear holes, eye holes, and arseholes, isn't it? Well, it's halal. Where's the ingredients? Ah, lovely. Mechanically separated chicken, 65%. Beef, 10%. And lamb, 3%. Rusk, wheat flour, calcium carbonate, iron, niacin, thiamine, salt, raising agent, ammonium bicarbonate, seasoning, flavor enhancer, monosodium glutamate, salt, onion powder, chili powder, black pepper, stabilizers. God, I can't even read that. Diphosphates, triphosphates. Oh, polyphosphates and garlic powder. Oh, that's got winner written all over it in my book, darling. I can't wait. Diphosphates, triphosphates, and polyphosphates. Oh, you don't get that on Hubnut. Oh, bad books. Good evening. Little do a nice cobbler, says Stu. Good evening, all, says Mark, bad books. Sean sniffs the bread for us. Ah, well. That's why he earns more money than I do. I fancy a bacon sandwich now, says Steve. I haven't got any bacon left in the place. I had my bacon on Monday, didn't I? I enjoyed it, though. This really is. This is jolly nice. jolly nice indeed. With lashings of vegan butter replacement spread. Can't beat it. Toast, says Andrew, is freestanding burnt bread without something to hold it horizontal. Don't go forensic on kebab meat. Yeah, not a good idea, is it? Minced monkey, says Steve. Oh dear. Boaty, Southend Pier is over 1.34 miles long and the train takes you to the end. Ah, well, I mean, I love a train. You know me, darlings. I love a train. I would be all over a train on a pier. So maybe I need to go to Southend. Got a butter crock. Spreadable butter is quite handy. Oh, are we doing the toast? Oh God. Yeah, I do need to send it. Oh, that's what I bought at Home Bargains. That's what else I bought. I bought Jiffy bags things for sending gloves because I never have any. And if I have to buy one from the post office to send a pair of gloves, it's like 80p for one envelope. And in Home Bargains, it's 69p for four. So I get to save more of my profit. Jiffy, padded envelopes then if you prefer. Oh, God. Oh, I might have known you'd be awkward. You'd be awkward tonight, you lot. Right then, darlings, it's time to start saying your good night. What are those chilies, Boaty? Are they hot? They're not really hot. Where's they gone? What did I do with them? I'll put them back in the cupboard. You can get two or three sorts of these. They're right. Technically, they're Guindia peppers. Guindia, Guindilla. Guindia peppers that have been chili peppers that have been pickled. They work amazingly with kebabs. Lovely to have with a salad. You can get them in varying degrees of hotness. I think Sainsbury's sell them. No doubt other supermarkets do as well. They're jolly nice. Jolly nice indeed. I love having these around the gaff. But yeah, need to start saying you good night because I need to get to sleep at a decent time tonight because I've got to be up and capable of speech at 8 o'clock to get this doctor's appointment to find out what the hell's going on with me and my lumps. With those ingredients, what could possibly go wrong? Exactly. Oh dear. Right. Okay, darlings. We have hit the midnight hour, so let me thank you all very much indeed for your company as always. Another massive thanks to Richard for the lovely sign. Another massive thanks to Skick for the fabulous t-shirt that I genuinely adore. That's the best thing you've ever sent me, Skick. I adore that, and I will treasure it. Well, who else was I going to thank? Oh, I was going to thank Simone for the voice notes. But yeah, mostly just a massive thanks to you all for being there, for being wonderful, for being amazing, and for sharing your time with me and your friends in the community. Let me wish you a safe and peaceful night. It's going to be a bit of a cold one, I'm afraid. So I hope you're all safe and tucked up and warm and happy. And I wish you a decent day tomorrow. May there be some pleasure in it for you to take. And take really good care of yourselves, darlings. And If you're fortunate enough to have those who love you or who you love, then try and take care of them too. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, same time, same place, 11 o'clock, back here at Windy Bum for the Boaty's World community live stream with all you wonderful bugs. I hope you can join me and we can all join each other again then. Until then, much, much love from me. Thank you so much. And on that note, Pachoo! Oh, yes, and indeed, the big kebab boss. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is.